Please note, any verbal, written, or physical conduct related to race, gender, ethnicity, disability, sexual orientation, or religion shall not be tolerated and could be subject for the violator to be ejected from the field site, as well as penalties being assessed against your team. Welcome to Warren A. Pierce Field, home of your Arlington High School Spy Ponders. This is the second Thanksgiving Day game between two former suburban league foes in each and every sport. At one time known as the Watch City 11, and they are now the Hawks of Waltham High. November 11th was Veterans Day, and November is known as Veterans Appreciation Month. With that being said, to all those that have served our country or are now serving,
check 1 2.
Thank you very much. Now, would everybody please join them and sing along as the United States Marine Corps plays our national anthem.
Yeah. Is there a...
No, you guys don't need one.
What about this one?
Yeah, this is debating now. I don't think you're gonna have comms for a while. So if you don't want to wear the headset, I don't blame you.
Yeah, this looks better up there.
I don't know if we'll be doing this for around 64 minutes, but pause it during like halftime.
Or just like stop it.
They say they see camera 4?
They did, and then they said that they couldn't see it anymore.
Okay, I just
Captains are now going to midfield for the coin toss. Arlington will be receiving. Waltham will be kicking off and defending the West End goal.
Hello Arlington and happy Thanksgiving. Welcome to today's annual Thanksgiving Day football matchup between the Waltham High School Hawks and your Arlington High School Spy Ponders. Today's broadcast is brought to you by ACMi Sports, powered by volunteers. I'm your volunteer commentator for today's game, Xander Lee, and I thank you for tuning in. It's a beautiful, cold, and sunny day here at Pierce Field. Temperatures are expected to rise to the mid-50s as the game goes along. The captains for today's game are Stan Pierre, Shane Broughton, and Yanni Gregorakos for Arlington. And for Waltham, it's Jake Renaud, Ty Connealy, and Josh Register. And Arlington's taking the field. So Arlington to receive the first half kickoff. And the Thanksgiving game is just about to get underway. And looks like they try a short kick. And it's recovered by Arlington, a trick play to start here. And we are underway in Arlington's annual Thanksgiving football game. That was a crazy play to start. Looks like they might have tried a bit of an onside kick, but Arlington able to recover, and now they've got some pretty good field position to start. Daring call by Waltham though, and they've come to play, it appears. Arlington's offense getting set to take the field here. And here they come. Shiano takes the snap, starts the handoff to Mills. Mills only gets a couple yards there, not a huge gain to start things off. Arlington getting set on second down. And Shiano will look to pass, dumps it off to Mills. Mills makes a move, stays alive. He's got room to run. A great gain for Mills. And Arlington completes their first pass of the day.
Third down.
It's third down. Looks like we've got about 3 yards to go. Crucial third down here early on. Shiano takes the snap, hands off to Gene Jock. He's got room. He picks up the first down. He's got more. Great run from Marcus Gene Jock. He's been doing it all year long, and he just continues to add to his totals. And Arlington has made their way into Waltham territory early on. Great start by Arlington. Here's a handoff to Mills. Mills has some room. Caden Mills with a big gain. And that looks like that'll be just shy of the first down. Good carry by Mills, keeps the ball moving down the field. It looks like we might have, looks like we've got a flag here. Oh, that's unfortunate. It's on Arlington. That will send them back and negate Mills' run. Unfortunate break for Arlington, but they've got to get right back in it. Looks like that might bring up about 1st and 20. They've just got to get back here. They think they've got to take a bit of a shot downfield here, get some of those yards back. They'll hand it off. Mills did not get too far. Brings up 2nd down. Gain of 3 for Mills. Shiano takes the snap and he'll look to throw. He takes a shot downfield for Gene Jock and almost intercepted there. There is a flag on the play. That looked like that could have been some defensive pass interference down there, as Gene Jock almost made the catch and he had one hand tied up by the defender. Let's see what the call is. It's on Waltham, so that should put Arlington farther downfield. Looks like they're discussing where to place the ball right now.
Pass interference on Waltham.
Pass interference on Waltham.
2nd down.
Replays 2nd down, and Arlington's gained a lot of yards back on that call. So in Arlington's last game, they were riddled with penalties, and they had a penalty early on that hurt them, but that's going to be the trick, making sure that only Waltham gets the penalties and avoiding penalties of their own. As Mills has some room to run, and he is gone. That's a touchdown for Caden Mills. And Arlington on the board early in this one. Mills has been such a force for Arlington all season long. That is a great run. So just less than 4 minutes in, and Arlington has already scored their first touchdown. We await the extra point. That was a very good first drive by Arlington. They mixed it up. They took some shots downfield. One resulted in that pass interference call that was lethal to Waltham. And here's the kick. And the kick is good. Sneaks it through. So it is 7-0 early on for Arlington. A great start for them in this one. They mixed it up on that drive, and that's what they're going to have to do if they'd like to win this one, because Waltham, they've played aggressive so far, but Arlington was all over them on that one, and that is a great start for Arlington. They've definitely got some confidence building in this one. Now Arlington getting set to kick off to Waltham. And we'll see what they try on this kickoff after Waltham tried an early onside kick, which is very unexpected.
Muhanuka kicking off for Arlington. 50.
Arlington will try a squib up the middle, covered by Waltham.
On the carry.
And Waltham will be starting at about the 30-yard line. looks like we've got some graphics now, so we'll have the score up for you. As Arlington is all over Waltham there.
Carried by Conley. No gain on the play. Second down.
So yeah, now we've got game graphics for everyone, so you guys can all see the score and the time left. We've got just over 8 minutes left in the first quarter. Arlington is already up 7-0. And it is about 2nd and 10 here. Not a huge gain for Waltham on their first handoff. Waltham to handoff again, and Arlington all over it again. Some great plays by the defense here.
By Conley.
And that will bring up 3rd down.
3rd down.
So quarterback Jack Renaud to take the snap here for Waltham. And they'll look to throw. Take a shot downfield, but nobody's there, and that will bring up 4th down. And it looks like Waltham's going to punt.
4th down.
So Arlington getting a 3-and-out. That is so a touchdown on their drive, a 3-and-out on defense. Great start for Arlington, and we'll see how if they can keep up that pace throughout the entirety of the game.
Ramirez will be doing the punting.
Got a 4th and 8. And almost blocked. Pretty good punt there. And Arlington will be down inside 30. So a good punt by Waltham. But Arlington, with a great stand on defense, will be getting the ball right back.
Ball will be spotted at the 28-yard line. 1st down.
And we're closing in on the halfway mark already in the first quarter. Played just under 6 minutes so far. And on 1st and 10, Shiano has an empty backfield. Now, here's going to be a short screen pass from Jean Jacques, and it is dropped and called incomplete. That could have been potentially a lateral. That could have been a fumble, and that would have been terrible for Arlington. But fortunately, it's a forward pass, and it's just called incomplete, so that'll bring up 2nd and 10. And Arlington just has to shrug that one off and get right back on this play right here, 2nd and 10. That was a very rare miscue by Marcus Jean Jacques. He does not miss many. And here's a handoff to Mills. Mills stays alive, breaking the initial tackle, but gets dragged right back down. And Waltham has the ball, but they're gonna mark Mills down. So another close call there for Arlington. This one's been a bit of a stressful drive so far, and they haven't gained many positive yards. It is 3rd and 7. So we'll see what they try here. And there's a flag. And it's on.
Flag on the play.
And it's on Waltham, so that's going to bring up 3rd and 2, it appears so. So critical offsides call there. Now Arlington has much less distance to get the first down. Here's the snap. Shiano will take it himself, and he's got room to run. A great run by Jake Shiano to pick up the first down and more.
Shiano on the carry for a big gain.
Critical 3rd down conversion, and that will
First
give
down,
Arlington a
Arlington.
fresh set of downs.
Ball is on the Waltham 48. Tackled by Coffey.
And Arlington is once again in Waltham territory. They're at about the 48-yard line. Shiano takes the snap, hands off to Mills, and Mills has room to run. And they'll bring him down. Might have enough for the first down, and yes, he will. He'll move the sticks once again. So we are inside 5 minutes to play in the first quarter.
Down Arlington.
Arlington with a couple of good runs, and we'll see if they stick with that or if they try something new here. Here's a handoff to Gene Jock, makes a move, makes another move, he's still got room, and Gene Jock looks like he picked up the first down,
Jack on the carry.
and that will move the chains again. Marcus Gene Jock with a great run, almost had, and almost took it all the way to the house, but he just got tripped up there. But hey, a first down sets up Arlington inside of Waltham's 30. Arlington is doing well in this one.
Tackled by Adam Shasati.
Here's the snap. Shiano hands it off to Mills. And Mills stays alive. Still going. Great run by Caden Mills. Continuing to plow forward.
5-yard gain, second down.
The snap, Shiano will take it himself. He did not get far. That'll bring up 3rd down
Shiano
for
on the
Arlington,
carry.
and now they've got to try to convert
Okay.
another critical 3rd down here. We've got 2 minutes left to play here in the first quarter. It's gone by quite quickly so far. Arlington has kept the clock moving, and they've really, Waltham only had about a minute or two of possession time so far. So far it's been all Arlington. As Shiano completes a pass to Stan Pierre, and Captain Stan Pierre will take it in for the touchdown.
Dan Pierre on the
Arlington scoring the
reception for a
first
touchdown.
2 so far today. And
Pass
that
by
we
Jake
await the
Shiano.
extra point to make it 14-0 early on for Arlington. And Arlington looks like they might be going for two here. They have a wildcat formation. Mills looks to take it
Mills on the
himself.
carry.
And did he get it? I don't know. He did. So Arlington
Point conversion is
just
good.
playing so boldly, so aggressively, and they've made it 15-0. That makes it even harder for Waltham early on, because they're also going to have to go for two now. Very impressive Arlington with a bold call, and it pays off. Today's football game is brought to you in part by the Arlington High School Athletics Department. At this time, I'd like winter student athletes to be aware of the upcoming schedule for the winter season. Boys basketball varsity and junior varsity tryouts start on Monday, November 29th at 6:30 p.m. Any students who are interested in trying out for basketball should meet at 6 at the high school locker room for a 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. tryout session. The second tryout day is on Tuesday, November 30th at 4:30 p.m. and that is also at the Red Gym. The JV tryout time is still to be determined, and Arlington Athletics is hosting the JV tryouts at Audison Middle School. The last tryout day for varsity is on Wednesday, December 1st at 6 p.m. JV tryouts are at the same time and are and location as per usual. For junior varsity, the fourth tryout will be held on Thursday. Arlington kicks off here, December 2nd at 6:30. Varsity practice begins on the 2nd. All willing participants are required to attend 30 minutes prior to the tryout sessions. Varsity players meet in the locker room while JV hopefuls meet outside of the locker room, except on Tuesday, of course. Tuesday, JV prospects are most likely to meet at Audison Middle School. Good luck to all students who are trying out for boys basketball. So Waltham will start here with the ball on their 48-yard line. Kickoff for Arlington did not get far. And Renaud takes the snap and hands off to Darren Duclas. Duclas has some room to run. Looks like he's picked up Waltham's first down of the game.
Yeah, Ray, first down.
And Waltham will hand it off again, this time to Ty Connolly, who's a captain for Waltham, and he does not get far. Arlington with the big stop there, and that'll bring up 2nd and long.
Conley on the carry.
Great.
We're inside. Got about 15 seconds left here in first quarter. Waltham to pass. Deep shot downfield. Overthrown, but a flag flies. And it's going to be on Arlington, and that is a rough call right there. Arlington is not pleased with that call. And that will take Waltham inside the red zone, it appears. Let's see where they spot it.
That's interference on Arlington.
And it looks like they're spotting it at about the 22-yard line, just outside of the red zone for Waltham. And a flag flies again. And this will send Waltham back a little bit. There's a false start. And Arlington will push them, get a few yards back. A little more breathing room now.
who received the bronze medal, Olivia Coleman. The three of them are walking around together. One has a white little stuff in it.
The snap. Renaud to throw. The pass is just overthrown, but another flag comes in. Let's see who they put it
Flag
on.
the play.
And that will send Waltham back.
Waltham.
So Waltham gets tabbed with offensive pass interference, and that sends them way back.
Ball's now on the 41, first down, Waltham.
So far we haven't seen a lot of flashy catches, but we have seen quite a few flags on passing play so far, and some of them have helped, but some of them have harmed as well. So we'll see. Now Waltham is way back, and looks like Renaud is running it, gained a few yards back but didn't get super far, and that will bring up third down. That will also take us, it appears, to the end of the first quarter. And the score at the end of the first quarter is 14-0, Arlington on top. Attention Arlington! Parents and students alike, Arlington High School is seeking recommendations from the community to form a new Spy Ponder logo. Should it be an ice cutter, a turtle, a spy? The term Spy Ponder can be visualized as many different things, as the term Spy Ponder has a rich history that can be traced back to 1867 when the term first appeared. So what do you think it could be? Send your suggestions you want to be considered to Principal Dr. Matthew Janger via email by December 10th. The new logo and mascot are undergoing a 3-step implementation process, and it all starts with a brainstorming session. In the words of Principal Janger, this is your chance to make your mark on Arlington High School for generations to come.
Ball's on the 34-yard line of Arlington. Second down.
The winter season for Arlington Athletics officially begins in the week of December 5th, starting with wrestling on Saturday, December 11th. Boys basketball tips off their season on December 14th, and boys hockey will begin on December 15th, as well as swimming and indoor track. So Waltham all set here to begin the second quarter.
Clock is being reset as we speak.
And Arlington with a huge sack. Back there was Caden Mills. Who else? He's been doing it all so far today. And that will bring up, let's see what that will bring up. Will bring up second down and long.
Third down.
Excuse me, third down. So 3rd and 19, critical third down, and Waltham here, I think they have to take a shot downfield. They might draw another pass interference call, which would move the change for them, or they might get a catch, and that'll pick up the first down. But they've got to do something here, because it is currently third down. Waltham way back there completes the pass to Ty Connolly. Connolly with some room to run. He's still going, and he's going to take it all the way in for the touchdown easily. Man, there was some good moves there by Captain Ty Connolly, and Waltham gets on the board. So Jake Renaud really, he went way back, and then he had to just dump it off to Ty Connolly, but Connolly, man, he made some moves and he got in easily. And Waltham is not messing around. They're going to go for they're going to try to take their 2-point conversion here. Oh. So Waltham to actually kick the extra point. The holder is actually Ty Connolly, who just scored the touchdown. Kicker is Edwin Ramirez, and he sends it through easily. So the score is 15-7. The Arlington High School Athletics Department announced important dates for girls basketball. All class of 2025 candidates are asked to meet outside of the AHS gym at 4 p.m. on Monday, October 29th, for a 4:30 to 5:30 p.m. session. All class of 2024, 2023, and 2022 candidates are asked to meet outside of the AHS gym at 5 for a 5:30 to 6:30 session. On Tuesday, November 30th, all players should report to the AHS gym by 6 p.m. for the first tryout session from 6:30 to 8:30. Wednesday, all players are reporting to the AHS gym at 4 p.m. for a 4:30 to 6:30 tryout session. Varsity practice starts on Thursday, December 2nd at 4:30 p.m. at the Red Gym. JV tryouts resume on that day as well, but time and location are still to be determined. So Waltham getting ready to kick off again. We got a switch here. They're going to try another onside kick. Kicker Edwin Ramirez unhappy with that one. He wishes he could have that kick back. As Arlington recovers it again, they've got some great field position heading into this drive.
On the 48-yard line of Arlington. First down.
So Arlington starts this drive at the 48. Shiano takes the snap and hands it off to Mills on first down. And Mills continuing to battle forward. They just cannot drag Mills down. And he'll get a few extra yards there than it initially seemed like he would get.
There was Mills on the carry. 5.
Looks like he gained about 4 or 5 there. Shiano will hand it off to Mills again. And Mills has some room. Mills is still going, still on his feet. Mills racing down the sideline, and that's a touchdown. A great run by Caden Mills. He cannot be stopped. And that ignites this Arlington crowd's fire, as that will bring up, that makes the score 21-7 as we await the extra point. Let's see if Arlington will try for 2 or just go for the extra point here. Looks like they're just going to kick it. Tommaso Shiramandia to kick. And the kick is good. So it's 22-7. Arlington has been unstoppable so far, and Waltham is struggling to find an answer. So we've had about 15 minutes of gameplay so far, and Arlington has already scored 3 touchdowns. They are set to kick off once more. Mills has scored 2 touchdowns and has also scored a 2-point conversion. Here's the kickoff. Squib up the middle. Goes all the way back to the 20. Now Waltham looks to return. And there's Ty Keneally on the return. And the ball came out. And Arlington recovers it. And they just keep getting more and more momentum. Super excited over there on the sideline. And Arlington will take over once again with great field position.
Timeout on the field. It's by Ron's late football.
Wow, so some very aggressive play so far by Arlington. Waltham has just been struggling so far against Arlington. They start inside of the Waltham 40. And we'll see what they can do with getting 2 straight drives. A pass early on. Shiano escapes the sack initially, but he gets dragged down. That is a huge loss of more than 10 there. Not what Arlington needed to start.
Loss on the play brings the ball back to the Waltham 49.
And Shiano takes a snap here on second down. And they've got a blitz again. He just has to throw it away. Fortunately, Mills was in that area and nobody intercepted that. But that is some strong defensive play so far for Waltham. They know that they need to do something here to get the ball back without allowing Arlington to score again. So they could be around like 29, 30 points, and Waltham's only at 7. That can be quite a detrimental blow. Shiano looks to throw again, and there's another blitz. And Shiano's going to try to run with it. Now he passes again. He's got Pierre. And Stan Pierre getting close, diving. Did he get the first? Did not get the first down. And that'll bring up 4th down. So let's see what Arlington will try here. I think they're going to go for it. They might just be out of field goal range and no real point in punting. So I think they're going to try to go for it here. It's about 4th and 1 or so, 4th and 3. Direct snap to Mills on 4th down. He's got the first down. There is a flag, but Mills still on his feet, and he will take it all the way into the end zone. But let's see what the flag is. I think Mills knew there was a flag. And it's holding on Arlington. Oh man, a rough blow there, taking Mills' 3rd touchdown back. So now we've got much longer. Looks like that'll bring up about 4th and 13-ish.
Raffle ticket chances for a Celtics game. The Brown girls are all included. good chance to oversee the block himself.
So Arlington to go for it again. And looks like we've got a timeout here.
Timeout, Arlington.
So Arlington to take a timeout to try to regroup, figure out what they're going to do on this 4th and 13. We might be awaiting some sort of trick play here. Something to shake things up because they've got a ways to go to get the first down. I think a pass here might be something that Arlington should consider trying to do. Or maybe a little end around, maybe hand it off to one, then hand it back off to other, go back the other way, see if you can switch it up or something like that. Just do something to get the ball carrier in open space. Got 6 minutes and 50 seconds away from halftime.
Question is, will he win? Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Brown. Thank you, Ollie Coleman.
And their blatant false start. Marcus Jean-Jacques knows it. That'll push Arlington even further back.
On Arlington.
What the heck?
Procedure. All is now on the body. Fourth down and 11 yards to go for the first down.
So Arlington's all the way back at the 40-yard line now on 4th down. But they're still going to try to go for it here. Let's see what they can do. Critical play, gutsy play call by Arlington. They've got 11 yards to get the first down. Shiano drops back. There's a blitz again, and Shiano is unable to avoid it. Waltham, I don't know what happened there. They just turned it on, and Arlington's offensive line had no answer for it. Every play, they were jumping right as soon as the ball was snapped. They were through the offensive line. And that is not what Arlington needed there. Waltham with a chance to turn it around here.
Waltham on the Waltham 46-yard line.
Here we go. Waltham to snap. Renaud hands it off to Douglas, who does not get far. That looks like that might have lost some yards there. Douglas slightly slow to get up, limping around a little bit. Over halfway through the second quarter here. And there's going to be a bit of an end around. Connolly, will he look to throw? He does. There is a flag on the play. Intercepted! And that is Marcus Jean-Jacques. Huge play. However, there is a flag. It looks like it's going to be holding on Waltham. So, let's see what the call is. If that is the case, if it's on Waltham, Arlington will surely decline it. And it is an interception. It's Arlington's football. Another huge play, another grave turnover for Waltham. Oh, there was holding on both teams. So that looks like it'll be offsetting here. So Arlington will take over. And 1st and 10, Arlington at their 20. And looks like we've got Wildcat here. Shiano out wide. Direct snap to Gene Jock. Takes off with a burst of speed. Like always, no one can drag him down. Flags fly again. Might have been a face mask there. And it is. It's on Waltham, so that will continue to move the chains for Arlington and a good start to this drive. 15 yards from the spot of the foul.
15-yard penalty on Waltham. Face mask. Personal foul.
And that moves Arlington into Waltham territory once again. They've been there all day. They will take over from the 46. Here's the snap. Shiano hands it off to Mills. Mills has some room. He's still going. Turns on the Jets. He's, just dragged down a shoestring tackle there by Waltham. And that will put them inside the 10. That will bring up 1st and goal. There's an injured Waltham player on the field, so that'll stop the clock. And we've got about 4 minutes and 50 seconds left here in the first quarter. Or in the first half. So the injured player for Waltham is Isaiah Lusaint, and he is still down on the field, which is a shame to see. We'll see. He may not be coming back into this one. He's sitting back up. I hope he's okay. Here's Lusant being helped off to the sideline. Unable to put any weight on that left leg, which is unfortunate. We wish him the very best and hope that he's okay. Arlington takes over here 1st and 10.
Arlington on the 10-yard line.
Correction, 1st and goal. We've gotten a few looks so far at the Waltham and Arlington crowd, and there's a good turnout here for both teams, stopping by to watch the traditional Thanksgiving football game. Shiano will run it, and he is in! Touchdown Arlington! And that extends Arlington's lead even further. That's their 4th touchdown in the first half alone. And with 4 minutes left, we'll see, they might even be able to add another one. So here's the extra point from Shiramandia. And there looks like a jump. There's a flag. Kick sails through, but let's see what the call is. Looks like it might be a false start on Arlington. It's offsides on Waltham. So it looks like Arlington's going to be going for 2 now. And we'll see what they do here, if they just try to power it right in, or if they try something else. Jake Shiano and Caden Mills head into the huddle. And they're running a wildcat once more. Mills to take the snap. And he'll head straight up the middle. And he's got it, so it is 30-7. Arlington on top by a lot here at home against Waltham. And Waltham is down 23, so they've got quite a mountain ahead of them to try to climb. And we'll see what they do with what might be their last drive before the end of the first half. The Arlington High School Athletics Department announced important dates for girls basketball. All class of 2025 candidates are asked to meet outside of the AHS gym at 4 p.m. on Monday, November 29th, for a 4:30 to 5:30 p.m. session. All class of 2024, 2023, and 2022 candidates are asked to meet outside of the AHS gym at 5 o'clock for a 5:30 to 6:30 session. On Tuesday, November 30th, all players should report to the AHS gym by 6 p.m. for the first tryout session from 6:30 to 8:30. Wednesday, all players are reporting to the AHS gym by 4 p.m. for a 4:30 to 6:30 tryout session. Varsity practice starts on Thursday, December 2nd at 4:30 p.m. as Arlington kicks off here. Fielded by Waltham as they take it to the 32-yard line. 35-yard line. And JV tryouts resume on that day as well, but time and location are still to be determined.
Ball is on the 35-yard line of Waltham.
For any questions or concerns about girls basketball, email Lindsay Roche at lindsayroche4@gmail.com. LINDSEYROCHE4@gmail.com. As Connolly is dropped behind the line of scrimmage once again.
Down in the grass is Darian Cherry.
Cherry on the tackle. And Darian Cherry's been having a pretty good season so far. He's been a force for them on defense. So Renaud takes the snap. We've got about 3 minutes left here. Oh, broken up by Mills, nearly intercepted. That'll stop the clock with about 3 minutes left in the first half. Brings up a 3rd and 14 for Waltham. Renaud takes the snap. He'll pitch it back to Connolly, and he goes absolutely nowhere. And did the ball come out? No. I think Connolly recovered it, but he went nowhere, and that'll bring up a 4th and very long for Waltham. And I believe they have no choice but to punt here, as we are in. We've got about 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in the first half. So we'll see what kind of magic Arlington can pull off as the final couple minutes of the first half wind down. There's a brief stoppage in play. The refs are discussing something. Not sure what they're discussing, but we'll see what happens here. And there's a timeout.
Two minutes to play in the first half. 2 minutes.
Boys hockey tryouts on Monday, November 29th from 6 to 7 p.m. are at Ed Burns Arena, and on Wednesday, December 1st from 4 to 5 p.m. If you have any questions, please email John Masuri at johnmasuri@yahoo.com. Girls hockey tryouts are on Monday, November 29th from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. at Gym Street. They are also taking place on Tuesday, November 30th from 8:15 to 9:30 in Waltham. Wednesday, December 1st from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. at Gym Street as well. And on Thursday, December 2nd from 8:15 to 9:30 in Waltham as well. We'd like to give a special shout out to the Arlington High School Athletics Department for bringing such a good fall season and such good student athletes. And of course for today's event. So yeah, Arlington in their final game, they're trying to end their season with a bang here, and so far it's been all Arlington. Punt is nearly blocked. It's going to be a short kick from Ramirez. Might have been tipped there. Takes a Waltham bounce, but Arlington will be starting at about the Waltham 37. Excuse me, 47.
Ball was punted to the Waltham 46-yard line.
Looks like they'll be spotting them at about the 46. So there's 1 minute and 45 seconds left here in the first half. Arlington is up 30-7. And see if they can continue to run up the score and maybe go up by 30 at the half, and maybe in the second half we'll see some of the JV players. Here's Jake Shannon taking the snap in the shotgun. He'll hand it off to Gene Jock, who's got room to run. Still going so fast. Stays in bounds, and that is a touchdown. No signal yet. They might have marked him out of bounds. That was a great balancing act if he was able to stay in bounds, but I think they might be calling this one back. Arlington wants a touchdown. But Waltham coaches are arguing that he stepped out of bounds, and the referees are having a discussion with him. And I think that they've called it a touchdown, Arlington. So Arlington has been a force to be reckoned with so far, completely unstoppable. And we'll see what they do here. It's 36-7, so an extra point gives them a 30-point lead. And we'll see if they can hold that all the way into the half, as there's about a minute left. So yeah, Marcus Jeanjack, great balancing act, and he was the one who scored there. That was very impressive. And Marcus Jeanjack has been impressive all season, as a matter of fact. Looks like there's another flag here. We'll see what this one's about. It's a sideline warning. Waltham coaches are probably still displeased about the touchdown, arguing that Marcus Jeanjack stepped out of bounds. And the kick, snap was a tad high, but Kerbal got down the hold, and that's a good kick from Shiramonda. And that makes it 37-7 with a minute left here in the second half, here in the second quarter. The winter season for Arlington Athletics officially begins in the week of December 5th, starting with wrestling on Saturday, December 11th. Boys basketball tip off their season on December 14th, and boys hockey will begin on December 15th, as well as swimming and indoor track. ACMi Sports will try to cover as many of these home games as they can, and they can certainly use your help. If you are interested in getting involved and or learning about sports production, contact us at sports@acmi.tv. Students and parents are welcome. Arlington set to kick off. Good kick. Covered by Waltham. It's Connolly. And pretty good return there. Gives Waltham some good field position. And we'll see what they can do with it in the final minute before the half. They really need to get something, just any bit of momentum right before the half to get them back into this game. However, there is a flag on the play, and it looks like it's going to be on Waltham, pushing them back. It's actually going to be a holding on Arlington, so that's going to move them up forward. So Waltham is starting at about their own 45-yard line. And with some good field position, they might be able to do something here right before the half. Deep shot from Waltham, and this pass is almost picked from Gene Jock. That was a very ill-advised throw there, and they just they're just taking a shot trying to get anything, and that could have ended gravely for them. There's 50 seconds left in the first half. 2nd and 10. Waltham in the shotgun. They look to throw. There's a blitz. Mills with a huge sack. And that will send them way back in that one, putting them all the way back at the 30-yard line. And they may just try to run off the clock, although looks like we've got a timeout here, so the clock will stop, and Waltham will be forced to run another play. Wrestling tryouts start on Monday, November 29th at 3:30 p.m. and will run through Friday. All tryouts are taking place at the same time, and all willing participants should head over to the pit if they want to try out for the wrestling team. Any questions regarding wrestling, email kcummings@arlington.ma.us. Indoor track tryouts are on Monday, November 29th and Tuesday, November 30th at 3:15. For any questions, you can contact either L. Plotsky at arlington.ma.us or J. Barassa at arlington.ma.us. We wish all of our participating winter athletes the best of luck. There's 34 seconds left. Arlington coming out of the huddle. And Waltham coming out of the huddle in the shotgun formation. 3rd and 24. Waltham will have to take a deep shot here. Long bomb just out of reach. That is Josh Register, a captain for Waltham. Just a bit overthrown, but a good look by Waltham. And that will bring up 4th and 24. And Waltham may be forced to punt here with 28 seconds left. And that one looks like that might have been tipped by Caden Mills. Already his second. He has been doing it all so far today. And Arlington starting at the 35, and they may have a chance to score once more. Caden Mills with a couple of touchdowns. He's also had a couple big games, and now big gains, and now he's had a couple of blocked punts as well. He's having a monster day so far. Arlington set to take the snap here. Spread formation. Shiano to throw. It is caught by Marcus Jean Jock, and they're going to mark him just short of the end zone. And Arlington to take a timeout.
Ball is on the 2-yard line of Waltham.
Marcus Jean Jock with another big reception from Jake Shiano. And they've got 12 seconds to play. Looking to add one more touchdown. Quite a celebration going over there on sideline. We might see some new Arlington players subbing in. First and goal from the 2-yard line. Here's a handoff. Almost in. That is that looks like that was Shane Broughton there on the carry. I don't think he got in. And I think that's going to take us down to the end of the first half. So, not really sure what happened there. Arlington was unable to score, but not that it matters too much. I don't think they're too concerned. Flags are flying now. If that was the end of the first half, in the second quarter alone, Arlington got 209 rushing yards and 129 passing yards. Very impressive totals, and that looks like that will just about do it. So a great first half so far by Arlington. They have had a great game. They've really done everything. They've been pretty much unstoppable, and Waltham has got to figure out some sort of answer because they really ran up the score there. Not really sure what happened there at the end. They were unable to score. I think they might have handed it off to linebacker Shane Broughton, who was injured earlier in the season, just as kind of just a special moment there, because this one appears, even though it's only the second half, this one's Arlington is just about to close the door on this one. So we'll see what they do in the second half. There'll probably be a lot of just grinding off the clock, and Waltham will probably be trying to do everything they can for points because they're really going to need that.
Thank you.
So yeah, but I'm excited to see if Arlington can maintain that pace that they had in the first half. 37 points alone in the first half, which is pretty impressive. And
We have a winner.
and for defense, Waltham, for defense, they also did really well, only giving up 7 points. And so that's your halftime score: Arlington 37 to Waltham 7. This football broadcast is brought to you by ACMi Sports and the Arlington High School Athletics Department. While I have the chance, I'd like to recognize the 2021 fall sports team for a very impressive year. Arlington High School varsity teams combined for a winnings percentage of about over 80%. On November 10th, exceptional student athletes who helped contribute to the success of these numbers signed their intent to play their respective sport at the next level. Here's our very own Anima Asmani, who went to cover the National Signing Day. It will then be followed by a few commercial spots. I am Xander Lee, and I'll see you in the next half.
Today is a great day for these student athletes, as they continue to move on to the next level and continue, being a student athlete at the college level.
National Signing Day is a day in which student athletes who received verbal offers from collegiate athletic programs sign the national letter of intent to participate in sports at the college level. Only a small percentage of high school athletes move on to the next level. Arlington High School set up a special photo booth for athletes and their families to celebrate the occasion.
It's really exciting for me because it's been a goal of mine really long to play soccer at the next level, and I'm just really excited to be able to keep playing and keep improving.
Whitrick gets out there.
That was well played. First ball and second ball won by the...
I'm just really excited to start this new chapter, and I'm really looking forward to meeting all of my new teammates and my coach.
I'm extremely excited. It's something I've worked very hard for, and I devoted a lot of time and effort every day towards it, and having it actually pay off and be able to move on and look forward to the future is really nice.
A message to your teammates, coaches, family, or anyone that you'd like to share?
Just thank you for supporting me and thank you for believing in me. I couldn't have done it without all of them. So.
Kind of doesn't feel real, but it's super exciting at the same time, especially seeing all of my up-and-coming teammates committing and signing as well. So it's just really exciting.
I'd like to thank my parents first, driving me to hockey and baseball since I was like 5. Dad used to tie my skates. He was my baseball coach growing up, so he's always been a huge part in my baseball career, and my mom is my rock and my supporting unit, and all my teammates who have always pushed me, and coaches who have led me in the right direction to get me to where I am today.
I mean, I think the stats that only like 2 or 3% of high school athletes even play at the college level. So, these student athletes are playing at the Division III, Division II, and Division I level. They're the elite of the the student athletes in the United States, in the country. Because not many people go on to play college athletics, and it's just great to see that we have so many students moving on to the next level.
Reporting from Arlington High School for ACMi News, I'm Anim Osmani. Now sending it to Studio B, also here at the high school, for this week's Punter Scope.
The history of ACMi in 100 seconds. First, we have to go back to the 80s. In 1980, the town of Arlington licensed its first cable television franchise with American Cable Systems, and for the first time there was a facility for public communication within the town. For the next 2 decades, hundreds of citizens used the facility to produce programming for Arlington cable subscribers in the 3 categories known as PEG, P-E-G, Public, Educational, and Government. Under that original license, Arlington Cable Access, or ACA, was created to help the public learn about and make use of the studio until 2006. Let's back up a little bit here, because in April 2003, ACMi was formed as a not-for-profit corporation by a group of Arlington citizens with the goal of improving communication in their town. Over time, a board of directors was chosen and the organization was designated Arlington's Official Access Corporation. In July 2006, ACMi signed its first agreement with the town of Arlington to assume management of Arlington Studio and PEG Community Access Television for the town, which marked the transition from ACA to ACMi. Today, ACMi operates multiple production facilities across the town and promotes the access to learn and engage in community media activities as a part of the action of ACMi News or Public Affairs, or learn how to produce independent films and documentaries. In addition to coordinating the live coverage of local meetings, special events, and sports, ACMi offers production training, studio facilities, and resources. And that was the history of ACMi in 100 seconds. Well, almost.
Arlington will be kicking off from a 20-yard line. Karamondi are ready to kick.
Welcome back to the second half of action. The score is Arlington 37, Waltham 7. So after the kickoff, Waltham is starting at about their 35. So Arlington had a great first half, and they'll look to try to keep that momentum going, and Waltham looks to try to do the exact opposite of what happened in the first half for them, because it was all Arlington in the first half, and then Waltham looks to have a better second half here. Here's Duclas. Decent run there to start things off.
Hello Arlington and welcome to ACMi Sports. I'm Animo Osmani, the sports producer, who's going to hop on color commentary and help out Xander over here. Xander, how are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
So it looks like we've got a run here from Waltham. I believe that was Ty Connolly. And he got close to the first down, and he did. He got the first down.
Ty Connolly has been a very effective player for Waltham throughout the course of the game. Despite being down 30 points, Connolly is someone who's definitely been contributing to productivity of this Waltham offensive team. Don't you think so, Xander?
Yeah, definitely. I definitely agree. He's played very well so far. And aside from that one fumble on the kickoff, he's pretty much done all positive things so far for Waltham.
1st and 10.
Nod drops back. Throws it out. That's Joey McCullough. And he had good catch and run there. That'll be just shy of the first down.
A gain of 8.5 yards. I noticed that Marcus Jean Jack is not out there on the defense, but some of the other starters are, such as Stanley Peer. And actually, I was wrong. There is Marcus Jean Jack on the far side of the field. So coach is still keeping the starters in here in the second half.
Yeah, for some of them, if they're seniors, this might be this will be their final game. So some of the seniors, I'm sure he'll want to keep out and have them finish the entire game. Here's a handoff from Waltham, and Dukelis is going nowhere. Good stand on 2nd and 1 for Arlington.
It appears the right guard got so caught up with the Arlington defensive tackle that he basically face masked his own guy. Wow. Well, I feel bad for that running back over there. Do you have a jersey number over there for number 2?
That's Darren Duclass.
Darren got face masked by his own right guard. Would that not be a flag?
I think if it's your own team, that would not be a penalty there.
Huh, interesting. I wonder if we could probably change up the rule book a bit. You know, have the face mask call go both ways.
Yeah.
Friendly fire or not.
Here's Renaud. A bit of a trick handoff there. This is going to be handoff to Connolly. And he's still on his feet. And there is a flag, and now he finally goes out of bounds. Let's see what the penalty is.
And of course that's got to be Ty Connolly.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he's really been doing it all so far today for Waltham.
Ty Connolly has got good size, good speed, and good footwork for him, and he's just been running all through this Arlington defense, just as much as how the Arlington offense has been running through the entire Waltham defense. But Ty Connolly, very impressive player. I'm enjoying him. I'm enjoying watching him play.
Agreed, definitely agreed.
It looks like the penalty was on Arlington. Waltham retains possession. It will still be 1st and 10. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you hear the PA announcer there? I think the PA said the penalty was in Waltham, but depending on where the spot of the foul was located, they still got the first down.
Might have been on Connolly after he picked up the first down. So still a first down, but Waltham gets pushed back to about the Arlington 42. So Renaud. Low throw there, and Darren Duclass is unable to hold on. That'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Number 2 is checking in for number 52 for Arlington on defense. And do you happen to have the jersey number for Arlington's number 2 over there, Xander?
That's Darren Augustin. And I believe he checked in for Anthony Ellis.
So you're telling me number 2 for Arlington is Darren, but number 2 from Waltham is also Darren?
What? I guess so, yeah, that has to be. And here is Darren Duclass getting the handoff here.
And just to be clear, Darren Duclass is the Waltham player, not the Arlington player.
Yeah.
They happen to have the same jersey number and name.
That's crazy.
Things are getting a little bit feisty out on the field. Waltham clearly frustrated with their performance throughout the game.
And it looks like we might have a false start here. And Waltham is very unhappy about that one. That'll bring up 3rd and 15 instead.
And their frustration clearly showing amongst all teams. I saw Connolly and Pierce shake hands as a sign of good sportsmanship, saying, "Yeah, you know, it's just a football game. Of course, we're gonna get a little bit frustrated, but no malice towards each other, of course."
Yeah.
Probably just self-frustration more than anything. We saw Ty Connolly showing his leadership as captain in that huddle right there, in the close we just saw, probably telling his players of exactly how they should compose themselves.
Yeah.
So Xander, tell me if I'm wrong. If Arlington walks out with this win, they will end the season with 500, right?
Yes, they will. And so far at home they've struggled. They're 1-4 at home, but so far that has not been the case so far in this game.
Right. It appears that Arlington could get the second home win for this game.
It looks as such, yeah, with about halfway through the third quarter already. And the ball is out! Recovered by Arlington!
And guess who forced that fumble? Caden Mills. Who else?
Wow, he's had a great game so far.
Tackle was by Caden Mills, causing
A little bit of shoving over there. Yeah, Waltham clearly very upset so far in this one.
Great play by Caden Mills, get on the tackle, and the Waltham player just couldn't hold on. It's not like Caden Mills stripped it. Waltham player just couldn't retain possession on that tackle.
Yeah, I know.
But that was probably one of the most productive drives Waltham had all game as well.
Yeah.
That first down by Ty Connolly getting pushed back by a couple penalties and all. And then, of course, ending on the fumble.
Yeah, and that's very unfortunate if you're Waltham because you really need anything you can get. And that used up half of the third quarter, so to have that end in a fumble and no points come out of that, big for Arlington, but that is not what Waltham needed at all.
All the starting varsity players are still out there for Arlington's offense. Here's Gene Jack with the sweep, but a middle handoff to Caden Mills, who breaks a couple of tackles and makes it past the 1st and 10 marker with the gain of 11. Caden Mills. I don't think we've ever called his name this many times on this many positive plays in a single game, have we? It's usually either Jake Schiano or star player Marcus Gene Jack. But this is Caden Mills' game today.
Yeah, it really is. He's really been doing pretty much everything so far today.
And you know he's going to the sideline now. He deserves a break. Let someone else share the glory. That's number 28 checking in for Caden Mills in the backfield to the left of Jake Schiano. Xander, do you have a number on number 28 for Arlington?
And that looks like that's Nicholas Alice, who appears to be Anthony Alice's brother.
You're right, and he just quarterback kept it on that zone read for another gain of 11 yards. Just to think that number 28 was about to get the very first carry in his first check-in for the game. But Jake Schiano, he's got some good wheels.
He is, yeah. We haven't really seen it very much so far this year, but today he's really ran the ball a lot more than usual, and they have all been very productive runs. He's had some good runs so far.
First and 10 for Arlington here. Jake Schiano lines up with the spread once again, hands it off to number 28, but tackled in the backfield for a loss of 5 yards.
Yeah, Waltham was all over that one, and we've seen a few that they have timed perfectly, and there was just nothing that the offensive line could do, and they have broke right through and had a great blitz. And Alice on his first carry does not get far.
And just like that, Caden Mills is checking in back into the offensive huddle. I wonder if you're Waltham and you see Caden Mills checking in. What do you think if you're on defense? Like, oh, this is the guy I kind of don't want to tackle anymore.
Yeah, you're just like, oh man, come on.
Second and 15 here for Arlington. Caden Mills in the backfield along with Jake Schiano lining up in the 2x2 spread once more, which they've been running all season.
Completes a pass there to Gene Jock, who makes a move, still on his feet, and he will take it all the way into the house. There is just no way to tackle Marcus Gene Jock, and that is impressive. I believe that's his second touchdown of the day.
I believe so too. It's hard to keep track at this point between all the stars that we see today in this Arlington offense. Jake Schiano, Caden Mills, Stanley Pierre, I think he got one touchdown, didn't he?
He did, yes, he did. He had a receiving touchdown early on.
Right on, and he's been doing a great job on defense as well. But Marcus Gene Jack, of course, every time he gets the ball, this is something I kind of expect. No matter who the opponent is, and no matter how tough the team is, Marcus Gene Jack is someone who always produces in the same way that we just saw now. Breaking tackles, being refused to be brought down, and with great speed as well.
I have to agree, as the extra point is blocked, no good. Yeah, Gene Jock, it's very rare for such a talented football player to just be able to break every tackle, and like you almost come to expect him to not get tackled rather than get tackled, and that's really a testament to how good of a player he has really become.
And he's just a junior, so it's great to see him back on the field for next season.
I know, another full year of development, he'll be really good.
Just a reminder, AHS is seeking suggestions for a new logo and mascot. If you'd like to pitch an idea, email Principal Dr. Matthew Janger by December 10th at the latest. After all suggestions are gathered and considered, the high school will share the top 10 choices with teachers, students, and the parent community for a vote to narrow the list down to 3 options. Then a winner will be decided among the top 3. What can the next logo look like? All suggestions are due by December 10th. Arlington set to kick off 43-7 in the third quarter. It looks like the forfeit rule might be applied here in terms of the clock is going to continue to run regardless of incomplete passes, turnover on possessions, and all that.
So seems like that pretty much essentially ends this one. And now, so Arlington makes a great tackle. Now it's just kind of enjoying some Thanksgiving football and seeing who else might pat the stats.
Of course, there's no reason for any of this to get ugly, and that's why I think the forfeit rule is in place in the MIAA. It takes place when a team is up by at least 30 points, and I think the time limit for that is by the second half. So that's when the clock continues to run under MIAA rules.
That makes sense.
All right, clock continuing to run with 1 minute left in the third quarter. Darren in the backfield takes a handoff up the middle, finds a good amount of hole, and gets tackled with a good gain.
Darren Duclas has also had a pretty good game running as well, and Waltham's had a pretty good run game so far today. And they've had a few passes, they've had a few good looks, but a couple of them have just been a tad overthrown. So that's what's really been critical so far. And the turnovers by Arlington, Arlington allowing no turnovers but getting 2, that really swings the game right there.
Very right on about that, Xander.
Excuse me, 3 turnovers actually, which even more detrimental to Waltham.
There was number 5, and there was number 5 for the in the dig look for a first down pickup. That will end the third quarter. Arlington's up by more than 30 points. It's 43-7. Forfeit rule in place, so the clock will continue to run throughout the entire game, regardless of change of possessions and incomplete passes. Once again, I'd like to say that today's football game is brought to you in part by the Arlington High School Athletics Department. The tryout schedule is now available on the website. So for winter sports, if you're interested in boys basketball, if you are a high school student at Arlington High and you're interested in playing basketball, JV, varsity with sorry, I just got word from my engineer here that coaches are having a special meeting here while we're entering the fourth quarter. Xander, I think this might be the time when all the JV players are going to come in, or players who haven't played at all this season.
It might be, yeah. And that'll be nice because just to have a little bit of a special moment here on Thanksgiving, just to have everyone get a little bit of fun. And I'm excited to see who all gets to come in and play. Some names we may not have said yet, we haven't seen in game yet. We'll see who will finally get a chance here in the fourth quarter of this traditional Thanksgiving football game between Arlington and Waltham.
I remember when I was in high school, I played for the Everett High School football team, and generally, when you're in the Everett High School football team playing against the Greater Boston League, every game is a blowout in the sense that by the second half, which is most likely to always become a blowout, all the JV and freshman players would come in and just keep the score flattened. Just pure fun at that point for both teams. The varsity of the opposing team, of course, still playing, but the whole concept behind putting in your backup players is to keep it friendly and good competitive sportsmanship of just not running up the score.
Yeah, keep it fair, you know, make it fun for everyone, and give the other team a chance, because there's really, at this point, there's nothing Waltham's going to be able to do, so Arlington will be able to improve to 2-4 at home, and they'll get back up to 500 on the season, turning in a pretty good season overall.
You know, while I have the chance, Xander, I'd like to give a big shout out to the volunteer team we have today from Arlington High School. On the audio board, we have Mazen Abukalov, Director Sam Sage from Minuteman High School, Tech Director Aiden Paramore, Graphics Operator Caleb Choi, and our camera operators who've been rotating roles throughout the game, Anna Cervera, Alice Zimmer, Margaret Clark, Ruhan Sharma Soneja, and of course Simon Chung, and we have Ilya Sharonov. Big shout out to this volunteer crew who's been putting up an amazing broadcast. The amount of work that, including you, Xander, you're a volunteer yourself, so thank you for being part of the ACMi Sports Broadcasting volunteer team for today's Thanksgiving game. I know I had to drag you out a lot earlier than expected in your usual Thanksgiving traditions, so thank you for coming out here today. Thank you to ACMi staff member and engineer operations manager Jeff Monroe, the man who knows it all. God bless that guy.
Yeah, my pleasure, and yeah, definitely a huge thanks to all of our volunteers putting together such a great show so far. So we've got inside, we've already used up the first minute of the fourth quarter. Hernad to take the snap. They'll hand it off to Duclos, and he does not go far.
Nato on the tackle of number 2, Duclos.
Number 55 for Arlington seems to be limping off the field after the end of the play. I see some of the varsity starters still on the field, particularly just the secondary.
So that's Shane Brown, so you wonder if his leg injury might be acting up again, but hey, he was in there on that play. We've gotten to see him come back. It looked like we were not going to get to see him again this season, so seeing him just be able to come back and play just a little bit, that's very special.
Is that really Shane?
That is, yeah.
Oh, it looks like you got to change of jersey number 2.
Mm-hmm.
On the roster sheet, we have him down as number 52, I believe.
53. And
53 slash, what was that, 34?
34,
but
yeah.
He's out there wearing number 55.
Yeah.
Wow, good going for him. And he is also a hockey player, so once this season ends, he's going to be at the Ed Burns Arena. So hopefully that leg injury doesn't prevent him from participating in that sport as well.
Yeah, we should be able to see him in some of our games that we cover for Arlington hockey this winter.
Right on, and I will try my best to bring hockey coverage for every home game. Empty backfield for Waltham here. 2nd and 11. Tries to loft it up to number 7 for Waltham, just out of reach, and I mean just barely out of reach. That would have been a great gain for that player.
That really would have. That was Josh Register, who was the intended receiver, who's a captain for Waltham. And that was a good look there. They almost completed that one. That was just a tad out of reach. It was a pretty well-placed ball, but Register just out of his grasp. So good chance by Waltham in a game like this. You have to take as many shots as you can. And unfortunately, they were unable to convert on that one. But see if they can come right back here and try something like that again.
Found the owner.
Jack Minot to pass again and completed to Ty Connolly, the captain to captain connection. And all 3 captains for the Waltham team, it says here on my roster that they're all juniors. So it's looking pretty promising for next season. This season might be a little bit underwhelming for the Waltham High School football season, but next season, I think they might be a real good team with these 3 players coming back.
Yeah, I agree. I think this might have just been like a little bit of a rebuild season, but it could be a serious contender next year.
There's a lot of underclassmen on that Waltham High School football roster.
Yeah, there really is.
And just like only a handful of seniors, so most of this Waltham team is coming back next season.
Yeah, that's definitely true. And Mills, who's actually only a sophomore, made another huge play there, and we'll see him. We've got him for a couple more years, so we'll see him make some more great impacts in years to come.
Right on. And number 23 for Arlington checking in, getting in some varsity time.
It looks like number 23 is Elijah Muhanuka.
Welcome to the game, Elijah, and happy Thanksgiving to you, of course. You know who else is coming back for another season? Almost the entire ACMi Sports volunteer crew.
Definitely.
You guys are certainly a talented young bunch.
There's Darren Duclass. Small gain there.
Tanya Mulroy. Tanya Mulroy in attendance.
So once again, shout out to these young high school students who are volunteering for today's Thanksgiving game. Not an easy thing to do, putting up a commercial network level worthy broadcast at the level that we are at. We're Arlington Community Media, cable access television, and the quality these students are putting in is super impressive. All these different camera angles. We got almost a 6-camera shoot today.
Yeah, we've really brought a lot of different good angles. We've really been able to take all of you right up close in the action. And Tommaso Shiramandia just made a very good tackle there to bring up 4th down. And I think Waltham pretty much has no choice but to go for it here. And we'll see if they can pick up the 1st down or if their drive will be stopped here. We're halfway through the 4th quarter with 6 minutes left to play. Arlington brings the blitz. Waltham trying to stay alive.
Renard puts a shake and bake on him.
And the pass is intercepted. And that is Stan Pierre. Wait.
No, that's number 6.
That's number 6.
You're going to take it all the way to the house.
Jacob Kerbel with a pick 6.
Jacob Kerbel, they run up to score to put out 49.
This is crazy. They might get up over 50 in this one.
Run back.
Some conversation going on amongst the refs. I'm not sure what's going on.
We have an injury timeout.
Might be an injury. Okay, so that I believe
on the sideline. I think that might have been that's an Arlington player that's down.
Oh man, can't tell who it is right now.
Not now, but wish there's nothing too serious. Of course, last game of the season, and it's just a Thanksgiving game for fun. We hate to see these kids getting hurt.
Definitely, yeah. Yeah, that's a shame.
And I'm telling you from experience, those injuries, they really hurt. So
yeah,
I really sympathize for these kids, and when I see them getting down, it just hurts me as well to see them like this.
Yeah.
Back to winter season, one sport I forgot to mention is swimming. Swimming tryouts start next Monday through Thursday from 8:30 p.m. to 9:30 at the ABGC. Any questions can be directed to their head coach, ASU at arlingtonma.k12.us.
So I just saw on the game broadcast, yep, it's Stan Pierre. So that is a shame because I believe he is a senior, so this is his final high school football game.
And he's a 3-sport athlete too, so he's definitely going to try out for one of these winter teams, and I think he's going to be playing lacrosse in the spring. Stanley Pierre, look at him on the screen smiling. That's the kind of kid he is. I spoke to with him in the preseason, and he is a very chill and positive person. He loves to keep back, smile around, spread around the positivity. So good to see him walk up on his own power, just smiling it out. Very remarkable kid.
Yeah, and if that's all for him in his high school football career, he's had a great career here at Arlington High School. He's made a huge impact, and he's been very influential to the Arlington High School football program.
And I don't think the injury is going to keep him from playing any winter or spring sport.
It doesn't. Yeah, it looks like he's up. He's walking around. He should be okay.
Yeah, and he's still smiling on the sideline there. He's just going to take a sit at the golf cart, and the athletic trainer is going to give it a closer look to make sure he really is okay. But yeah, I see him all the time when I'm on the way setting up the broadcast pregame. The extra kick is not good, of course. 49-7, but as I was saying, every time, all my interactions with him, before the game, after the game, before practice, after practice, he's always in a very positive mood. So clock continues to run, 4 minutes and 9 seconds left in the game.
Yeah, Waltham will look to try to just add one more score just for pride. And Arlington, maybe they might have another chance. We'll see what they can do, and maybe they'll score one more time and put them over the 50-point threshold. This has been a very high-scoring game.
Very high-scoring game, very impressive season overall for Arlington. This is probably the best season they've had in recent years. Going back probably 3 years, they got a lot of Middlesex wins. They are going to end the season with 500, so that's probably 50% more. Excuse me, I'm getting my math wrong here. That's probably 500% more than the last two seasons. Arlington did play Waltham last Thanksgiving, I believe. Is that correct, Xander? Do you happen to know?
I believe so, yeah. Before that, it was Arlington Catholic, but then, and actually a couple years ago in 2018, I stopped by and watched the Arlington Catholic football game on Thanksgiving against Arlington High School. And I remember it was freezing cold. It was like below 20, I'm pretty sure. And
I think I remember exactly what you're talking about, because I had to work a high school football game for the city of Everett, and I remember how cold that Thanksgiving game was. Thankfully, today's game is not as cold as it was in the past few matchups.
And
Thanksgiving football.
Arlington actually won. They won 21-20 because I think Arlington Catholic, it was like 14-14 in the fourth quarter. Arlington Catholic took the lead but missed the extra point, and then Arlington scored a late touchdown and made their extra point. And that's how their season that year concluded.
Wow, that sounded like an exciting one.
It was, yeah. It was a fun one. It was pretty low scoring. There was a lot of defense in that game. But yeah, Arlington won it late, and they won it by the extra point as well.
I'm glad you caught that game, Xander. And hey, guess what? The JV is out. Well, I might be wrong on this. I still see number 6 out there. He's a varsity player.
Mm-hmm.
Marcus Jean Jack coming back out there. But then again, Arlington High School doesn't really have much depth on this varsity team just yet. Still building program. Matt O'Loughlin in, I believe, his second or third year as the football coach. Second maybe, because he came in during probably the worst year to start any new job during the COVID season.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
But what he's been doing so far with these kids has been very great.
Definitely. They really, all season long, they continue to make improvements, and they're going to end their season on a bang here. As Duclass gets a short run, and it looks like we might have 1 or 2 more plays before this one will conclude.
On Thanksgiving Day, I would like to thank all the people who support athletics, parents, friends, students, other athletes, our cheerleaders from Waltham and Arlington High School.
So Waltham getting set here for what might be the final play of the game, and we'll see what they try. They look to pass. Renaud completes it.
Thanks to Ty Connolly.
And Connolly will trot out of bounds, and we'll see. They might try one more, or they might just call it at that. We'll see. We'll see what they try, as they've got about 30 seconds left.
And the clock doesn't stop. Forfeit rule is in play.
Mm-hmm, yeah, even though he went out of bounds. The pass is caught by Connolly again. He'll try to keep going.
And wow, look at the strength on that Connolly kid. He took on the head mid-air, stood upright, and then it took 4 Arlington players to bring him down. And the clock is going to run out here, Xander.
So that will do it here for Arlington's traditional Thanksgiving game. Arlington with a huge win today. The final score is 49-7. Great game by Arlington. Really applied pressure all game long and never got too comfortable or anything. Stan Pierre is up and celebrating. That's good to see. He's running around. And so a great season concludes with a great finish and just a very, very impressive game for Arlington High School this season.
So once again, shout out to this ACMi Sports High School volunteer crew for putting up an amazing production as we wind up our workload here. For the final few minutes, we might get a couple of post-game interviews with the respective head coaches. So stay tuned in for that. I'd like to hear what some of the captains might have to say about their final game of the season, a quick review, recap. Alice Zimmer along with, excuse me, that might have been Meredith Clark, who might be down there and trying to get an interview. So Xander, are you going to do any winter sports?
So what I'm doing this winter is there's a club at Arlington High School for cross-country skiing, so I think I'm going to be doing cross-country skiing. That's a club that my friends have organized, and there's also just like a recreational indoor soccer league that I'm going to be doing as well. And then in the spring, I think I'm going to be doing outdoor track.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Way to stay in shape and stay productive. And that's one thing I noticed about Arlington High School athletes. They are very productive, and they like to keep busy at all times, no matter.
Yeah, definitely.
I think we got a couple of high school alums out there on the field, on the sidelines, all wearing their varsity jackets, posing for some pictures. Good to see them out here and cheer on the current team we have here for the 2021-2022 roster. And we got a shout out from the PA, Xander.
Awesome.
And of course, we'd like to thank our viewers at home for tuning in, either on the YouTube live stream or on the education channels. If you're still unfamiliar with our education channels on the cable access networks, just check us out on ACMi.tv. Everything would be there. Games are usually streamed onto the channels before they make it onto YouTube. So if you want to be ahead of the pack, tune in to the channel or the website that is streaming straight from the channel. That is acmi.tv/edu live for any youth programming such as sports, performing arts concerts, and others. So Xander, it looks like Alice is about to give us a post-game report out there in the sidelines, but whenever she's ready, I'll get the thumbs up from Jeff Monroe. She's going to be on camera 4. So we'll stand by for the post-game report. And once again, a shout out to the Arlington High School Athletics Department for being very hospitable towards ACMi operations, providing me things I need to help keep the broadcast running, including space, resources, information, anything beneficial and contributory to the production of our qualities. So thank you, Athletic Director John Bowler, and thank you, Arlington High School. ACMi Sports will continue all school year for as many home game coverage we can throughout all sports. But ACMi Sports could always use your help, viewers at home, students, parents. If you're interested in getting involved, email us at sports@acmi.tv and we'll learn how to get you involved. These high schoolers who are getting involved in today's broadcast, they started out with some interest, little to no interest, and for some of us here, it's actually our very first production, and they've been doing a very good job.
Yeah, definitely agree with you there, Aneem.
Including you, Xander. Way to hop on and ask your first time commentating. This is your first time, your third time on air, but second time going solo.
Yeah, and the first time going solo for a football game, and I really enjoyed it. I've had a great time today, and yeah, I thank you for the opportunity.
No, thank you for always trying to be involved and all the help you do with the pre-production, post-game. And in just a second, we will be sending it down to the sideline to Alice Zimmer for a post-game report.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Don't know what she's going to say, but looking forward to it. This is probably our first sideline report this season. Second, actually. We did one in Hingham because we had the crew sides.
We did, yeah.
How we got back here. Of course, I am hopping on air to help you out, Xander, and still trying to coordinate this entire high school crew.
Yeah.
But once again, the quality of our productions are always dependent on the number of volunteers we always have, so we can always use as many as we can. There's no commitment. You could go on a game-by-game basis, weekly basis, monthly basis. If you just want to get involved, email us at sports@acmi.tv. If you're a high school student, you could always stop by Studio B, which is next to room 119 in the high school after school, and just check out the space, hang out if you want to. We have a media resource library available to all students. And if you are a parent and want to get involved with the ACMi organization, check out our website, acmi.tv. See how you could become a member and join and have access to our media resource library that we have available to the entire community.
Yeah, I recently joined, and so far it's been a blast, and I definitely can't recommend joining enough.
Just joining this play-by-play.
Word from the ACMi staff member, Xander, as we were just saying, you just joined, and here you are graduating to play-by-play commentary. Sorry if I stepped in and stepped in over your toes a bit and took over a little bit of the play-by-play, but you're doing great. And the Arlington High School Spy Planners are having a little photo shoot session. Still waiting on Alice Zimmer until some of the festivities are over. We might be speaking to some of the alums, head coaches. There's only one head coach. Some of the coaches and some of the players. But that's not guaranteed. So we'll see what'll happen. Again, thank you everyone at home for staying tuned in to the ACMi Sports broadcast. We here at ACMi Sports wish you a happy Thanksgiving and that you enjoy this evening's dinner. Xander, what are you having for dinner tonight?
I think we actually are having a turkey. We went pretty traditional Thanksgiving dinners, and my mom and I also made key lime pie last night.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, I'm excited to see how that tastes today.
So how many days of leftovers do you think you're going to have? 5 days worth of leftovers, 1 week, 1 month?
I think 5 days is a pretty reasonable guess, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Thanksgiving food, I love it.
Yeah, agreed.
And it is something I could totally eat for 5 straight days.
Yeah.
Which I do on most occasions. All right, I got the word that the sideline report is ready, so we're just going to send it down to her in just a sec. Head coach of the Arlington High School football team, Matt O'Loughlin, is going to be joining us. I'm Ani Mosmani, joined by Xander Lee. Alice might be sending it back here, but stay tuned for the interview. Still getting situated here with all the festivities going down on the sideline. Head coach doing head coach thing for the high school team who is still just spreading good vibes so far. I think he's actually trying to get a captain to speak on camera as well. Stan Lee's coming over. Shane Broden, is that Shane Broden coming over? Shane Broden's gonna come over to appear on camera.
That's exciting. Yeah, I'm excited to see who we get to hear from.
What, is Jake Shiano gonna come too? We're gonna speak with Jake Shiano? Are we? Tell me, coach.
Yeah, I hope so. That would be really cool.
The coach O'Loughlin, I met with the guy in the preseason as well, and I just love his personality. Very surprising how good with the kids he is, and one of the most vocal head coaches and most camera. What's the word I'm looking for? The opposite of camera shy. He's that kind of person. So I really do appreciate Coach O'Loughlin for the things he's done for the ACMi Sports broadcast of the football game as well. Coach, if you ever tuned in, thank you, and a happy Thanksgiving. Please watch our broadcasts. I'm sure you like them. Still standing by.
So
Mm-hmm.
you want to be here? Just say, hey coach, start with,
Is he gonna walk in?
So we're sending it down to Alice Zimmer on the sideline now to interview the Arlington head coach and maybe a couple players as well.
Hey coach, so that was a great game, last game of the season, right? You proud about how your team played?
Yeah, very proud of how the team played. Waltham, they're a good team. They got a lot of talent. We had 2 weeks to prepare, so that felt pretty good. And it was just nice to do right by the seniors. It's been a great group of kids. And, it's always a bittersweet moment, the last game, because we know this team played its last game, and you have to say goodbye to the seniors, but they left us in a better place, which is all we ever asked for.
Yeah. Is it different to see the crowds full of people? I know that last year when there were games, it was all like empty,
Yeah, it's definitely better and more normal to have the fans back. We had to play some games on Saturdays this year, so we had some smaller crowds that felt a little bit like last year. But hopefully people keep coming out, we keep playing better and better, and make football what it once was here in Arlington. So that's the goal.
Do you have any special Thanksgiving message for the community?
No, just happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Enjoy the time with your families. Hopefully it's a little more like normal than last year was, and come support the team next year. We'd love to have you down at the field.
Sounds good.
We'll bring them in as a group. Come on in, boys. Yeah! Come on, you got this. Yeah! Big win, guys. Big win. Yeah, let's go.
That was a big win, wasn't it?
Yeah. We welcome. This is the second time.
You guys glad about how you played?
You can hold it.
Yep.
And then we can just pass it around.
You guys happy about how you played?
Yeah, except the fact that I got hurt.
Oh.
that was. I should have just gone out. That's all.
Very good win. Very well deserved.
Very proud of the way the seniors played today. What ended.
I'm a little disappointed we couldn't get 50, but I'm really proud of everybody on both sides of the ball. We fought together and we got that big W. We love that. Let's go. Oh yeah. All right. We got the W. That's all that matters. So. Let's go. Yes, sir.
So that's a good last game. You have any plans for Thanksgiving?
Turkey, leg, and then a wing. Those are my 2 favorites. Let's see. Watch fantasy football. Get my team this dub. Let's see what else.
Dude, Aaron Jones is still out.
Dude, Alvin Kamara's a
Eat some turkey, obviously, and enjoy the dub.
turkey, celebrate with the family and friends, and watch football.
Yeah, it's going to be a big celebration, same as everybody else. It really takes a lot better when you get a big W. Let's go. Oh, yeah. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to find hamburgers and then watch some football.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alice, and thank you to all of the Arlington players and staff who stopped by for the interview. And that'll wrap up today's broadcast. The final score is Arlington 49, Waltham 7. Great win by Arlington. Great way to end the season on the bang. And I'm Xander Lee, joined with Aneem Osmani. And thank you for watching ACMi Sports. Enjoy the rest of the holiday.
Happy Thanksgiving.